Come on into the library. It's a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Webster Wordsworth.
Jelly and Jackson.
Working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come on, be a story maker.
Okay, I think it's time to go home now.
Story makers. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight in the library. Hello.
Time for all story makers to come out. Are you ready?
The sun is down, the stars are bright. Story makers come out at night. Hello, story maker. I'm Webster Wordsworth, magical maker of stories. Would you like to make some stories too?
Oh, hello! I'm so excited because tonight we just have to make some stories about trees.
Oh, stories about trees. Yes, please.
Oh,
It's Webster.
yeah.
Trees, trees, beautiful trees. The wind in your leaves brings your songs to me, and your branches dance so gracefully.
Trees, trees,
Beautiful trees. Hello, Jackson.
Hello, Webster.
Hello, Jelly.
Hello, Webster. Webster, the children were reading tree stories today, and we just want to make some for ourselves. Can we? Can we now,
All
please?
in good time, my little jelly jewel. Oh, but what is all this, I wonder?
Yes, it is a bit of a mess, isn't it? Perhaps it's rubbish. We should put it in the bin.
No, Jackson, no. Some of these things belong to trees, like these leaves.
You're right, Jelly. All trees have leaves.
Oh, that one's spiky.
Yes, holly leaves are spiky.
And this one's big. It's like wings.
Jackson, stop putting it by my face.
And look at all these lovely fruits. Now,
yes.
they all grow on trees.
That one looks like a nice banana.
The trees are so kind, growing their yummy fruit just for us.
Webster, this isn't a fruit, and it's not a leaf. It's a pencil.
True, Jackson, true. But it is made of wood. And guess what?
What?
Wood comes from trees too.
Oh.
The trunks of trees. You can make lots of useful things with wood. Yes, chairs, tables. I'm sure there's lots of wood in your house.
Oh.
Oh. Can we make a story with wood?
A story? Yes, let's make a story. No worries, I'll do it. We're going to need oodles of imagination to make this one. Come on. Imagine a story.
No, Webster. You need to put something into the story machine.
Oh,
In your hair. Imagine a story. Oh, it's a playbook.
and it's called Tree Fairies. The fairy folk who live in the trees, amongst the branches and the leaves, are quite hard to see, believe you me. If you go to the park on an autumn day, the fairies will probably sneak away. They're quite shy, you see. Sometimes they whisper in the leaves, or shake the branches of the horse chestnut trees, leaving crowds of shiny brown conkers on the ground for us to find. Those fairies are ever so kind. They sit high up in sycamore trees and send down showers of little winged seeds. That swirly, whirly, ever so twirly, dizzily, roundly down, softly, without a sound. And if you find acorns under the oak, you can be sure that fairy folk have left them there for us to discover, like seed green treasure. The fairy folk who live in the trees, amongst the branches and the leaves, have friendly faces just like these. Brown conker noses, acorn smiles, and yellow leafy hair. When it's time to wander home, we leave the tree treasures on the ground. Food for the animals when winter comes. Hey, squirrel! Hey, pigeon! We've a question for you. Are there really fairy folk? Yes, not the deer, but they're ever so shy. Can't you hear them whispering? Goodbye.
Trees, trees, beautiful trees.
Oh, Jackson, my friend, what are you doing? It looks like fun.
I'm leaf printing. The children in the library did all these today. I peeked through the books and watched them.
Well, I like them very much. Oh, you've chosen a sycamore leaf, I see.
Oh, is that what it's called? I like it because it's big.
And this one's an oak leaf print.
Oh, how do you remember all the names of the different leaves, Webster?
Well, I'm a lot older than you, Jackson, and I've had a lot more time to learn.
All right. Well, because you're older than me, could you cut out my leaf print? It's a bit fiddly.
Of course.
And I could make another story. I'll put this leaf in the story machine. If we use our imaginations, I'm sure we can magic a lovely story. Imagine lots and lots of trees. Imagine a story. It's a blue cow story. Blue cow in the jungle.
In a field not far away is a herd of cows grazing quietly. One of the cows is most unusual. Blue Cow wonders about the big world beyond her field. One day, Blue Cow was looking at the other cows, who were all the same.
I wonder if there are places where lots of different animals live.
She's off again. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field.
I'd like a ticket to a place full of lots of different animals, please.
There you go, madam.
Hold very tight.
And they set off for the jungle. And then they arrived. When Blue Cow got off the bus, she could hardly believe her eyes. Around her were thick trees, covered with creepers and brightly coloured flowers. But where were all the animals?
Where are all the animals?
Said Blue Cow out loud. Here, said a voice.
Here,
Said another. Here, said a third. Blue Cow looked very hard and then saw something move. What she thought was a creeper was really a snake. What she thought was a flower was really a beautiful butterfly. And what she thought was another flower was really a hummingbird. Moo! Whoa! If you hadn't moved, I would never have known you were there.
We're all camouflaged, said the snake. That's why you couldn't see us.
Blue Cow looked even more closely around her. Suddenly, she saw a zebra. Then a monkey appeared in a tree nearby. The jungle really was full of animals. And then, all of a sudden, in a rush, the animals raced off to hide.
Oh, that's funny, said Blue Cow to herself. Why should all the animals be scared of me?
They were not scared of you, said a voice. They were scared of me. Blue Cow looked round. Nothing was there until the voice moved. It was a tiger.
Ooh, said Blue Cow. What fantastic camouflage. I thought you were a patch of tall grass.
Ah, you are most kind.
And why were the animals scared of you?
It's lunchtime. I usually drop by for a little snack, but the animals always race off at the sight of me.
What a shame, said Blue Cow, who was getting a little nervous. Still, a moustache. I have to get back to my field. You'll never guess where I've been.
Where have you been?
I've been to the jungle and met a hungry tiger.
Everyone knows cows can't meet hungry tigers. But we know they can, don't we?
Webster! Jackson! Come and see the tree!
Oh, why are you shouting, Jelly?
Look at the tree the children have made!
Wow!
Yeah.
Poem tree.
All the leaves have got writing.
They're poems.
Oh.
Here's one. I love climbing trees, but sometimes I graze my knees.
Ooh.
By Geffen.
Oh, I like your poem, Gethin, and I hope your knees aren't hurted.
Oh, Webster, read that one.
This one?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
There are lots of kinds of trees, but I've never seen a tree that is smaller than me. By Katie.
So a poem tree has got poems on its leaves.
Wonderful.
Oh, Webster, could we make up a poem and write it on my leaf print?
Yes, we must.
Yes.
But I'll need my drums for this. Trees, trees, beautiful trees.
Trees, beautiful trees.
High in your branches.
The birds tweet, tweet, twitter.
And monkeys chitter.
Trees,
Beautiful trees. Oh, what a lovely poem. Could you write it on my leaf, please, Webster?
Oh, yeah, and don't forget to put our names on it.
The names, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's quite big. That's lucky.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be busy for a while.
All right.
Okay.
Why don't we have another story?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Come on, Jackson. Let's make another tree story.
What will you put in the machine?
Why don't you use this?
Oh,
I kept it in my pocket because I liked it, but it's a bit prickly.
Oh, right. Thank you. Come on, Jelly. In it goes. Are you ready to help us make a prickly wooden story?
yeah. We need lots of imagining. Imagine
a story.
It's a Kevin the Spaceman story. I wonder if he's going to a woody planet.
Oh, yes. It's called Planet Splinters.
Kevin and Spanner in space to explore, seeking out planets never heard of before.
It had been a hard landing, and now, as Kevin and Spanner started to walk around the planet, it was creaking. I know why it's creaking, Spanner, said Kevin. It's because the whole planet's covered in old wooden floorboards. Spanner had a sniff of the wooden ground. Ouch! A splinter stabbed his nose, and it really hurt. Come here, Spanner, said Kevin kindly. I'll get it out for you, and then maybe we can look for a bone. This made Spanner feel better, but he didn't fancy digging and getting another splinter. Look, there's lots of twigs here, said Kevin. How about a game of fetch instead? Spanner liked that idea. He jumped to fetch the twig Kevin had thrown high into the air.
Ouch! Where in splinters and sawdust did that come from?
Said a strange creature who was bumbling towards them. Oh, I am sorry, Kevin said nervously. I'm Kevin, and I was just having a game of fetch with my dog Spanner.
Well, no harm done this time, said the toothy creature. I'm Chippy, and it's very nice to have some visitors, especially fellow space travellers.
Oh, do you travel through space too? Asked Kevin.
Well, I will be, if someone could help me get my spaceship off the ground.
Maybe we could help, suggested Kevin, eager to see Chippy's spaceship.
I think that's a great plan, said Chippy. Follow me.
Spanner followed very carefully, with his nose in the air. He didn't want any more splinters. They crossed a plank over a river of wood shavings and soon were outside Chippy's workshed. There were twigs and shavings everywhere.
This is my spaceship,
said Chippy, as he proudly pointed to what looked like a large wooden boat. Kevin and Spanner were a bit surprised. It was nothing like their space rocket, and they wondered exactly how it would fly.
All I need, said Chippy, is a hand with the launch, and then I'll be travelling in outer space.
No problem, said Kevin.
Perhaps you could do the countdown, please.
Kevin and Spanner started counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then gave the spaceship a big push. With a huge whoosh, the spaceship flew into the air. Hold on tight, shouted Kevin.
Thanks for your help. I'll see you around,
laughed Chippy as he rode away. Yeah, see you again, called Kevin to his newfound space friend. Spanner was eager to get back to his own space rocket and sit down with a nice juicy bone. Come on then, Spanner, and watch out for splinters.
A woody planet, that's funny.
Yeah.
There. The poem's all done.
Yeah, with our names and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a wonderful night we've had. I wish it could last forever.
We can play again soon, Jelly, my jewel. Dawn is upon us, the morning is nigh. We've made our stories and we bid you
Goodbye.
Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers,
Come back soon.
Stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Thanks for helping. Bye.
Goodbye, Story Maker. Thanks for helping.